everyone, this is CricketSong with Inner Wisdom, and in this video we're going to be discussing energy work. So within any magical practice, there is always a discussion about working with energy or advancing our skill in energy work. And this is because the definition of magic presented by Aleister Crowley is the manipulation of energy with our will and emotions in order to create a change within our reality. So the actual act of magic is energy manipulation. So it's vital for witches and other magical practitioners to be proficient in energy work. So what is energy work? Well, energy work is a focus on sensing and directing the energies for a variety of reasons or purposes. Now, where these energies are seen coming from will really depend on the type of spiritual path you follow. So as witch, I'm going to be discussing the 4 sources of energy that I work with. And you may find that it is the same for you as well. So the first place or the first source of energy that I am familiar with and I work with is the energy that is found within myself, within me. And this energy includes my thoughts, my emotions, my desires, my intentions, as well as my memories. This energy is also from my electromagnetic field or my personal frequency, my force within me, my chi or the chakra system. Now, when I focus on this type of energy work dealing with my own energy, I'm usually dealing with my shadows and my personal issues, whether they're mental challenges or emotional fears and struggles that I'm dealing with, working on self-empowerment, self-esteem, working through grief, or healing my mental or emotional or spiritual body. I may also focus on my physical self or someone else. I may do healings or focus on someone else's internal or physical well-being, and I use or do energy work to help facilitate healing in them or healing in me. The second place or source of energy is from the natural world or my surrounding environment. This type of energy I use to do magic. I may sense this energy in storms or the shifting tides or the seasonal tides or the migration of animals and moon cycles. This type of energy can actually be measured as kinesthetic or gravitational or electromagnetic or strong or weak nuclear forces. These are the energies that are in the realm of the elements, such as the earth or water or fire or air. This is what we call these types of energies. Now, the next source or place where energy is from, I draw from, would be the divine. And I perceive this energy arising from the collective consciousness or the collective unconscious. It's the energy of morphogenic fields, collective emotions or thoughts and intentions from all of humanity, the interconnected energy that we or I perceive as one, one. This would include concepts like universal life source or God or the all, depending again on your spiritual path. And the last place that I perceive energy coming from, the other last source of energy, is the energy arising from spiritual beings or the non-physical spiritual realms of existence, like the astral plane or the angelic plane or the elemental plane. These times that I work with this energy or this energy work would involve Reiki, when I do Reiki, or shamanic journeying, or invocations or evocations, or when I summon spiritual entities, when I work mediumship, or when I channel. That's working with that energy. Now, personally, I don't believe that energy has good or bad. I don't believe that I can determine energy carrying, this is good energy, this is bad energy. For me, energy just is. Just like electricity, it just is. It's the individual manipulating that energy that really taints or flavors the energy. Just like electricity can be used to electrocute someone, and electricity can also be used to power this computer. Energy is the same way, at least from my perspective. So now that we understand energy, how would I encourage you to open to the energy so that you can begin working with it? Well, first off, learning to sense energy really begins with the desire to do so. So setting forth an intention and shifting your perception will be step one in energy working. And when you start working with energy, you may find that you feel odd or strange, or that the sensations you're getting are weird or unusual. But as you develop your practice, as you develop working with the energy, you'll become accustomed to these sensations, and this will help you identify what energy you are dealing with, where it's coming from, what type of energy it is. We're all capable of sensing energy. We're all capable of working with energy. It's just many individuals don't realize what they're experiencing, or they discount it as external influences, or they think that what they're feeling or experiencing is from some sort of external thing. They don't realize it's them sensing energy. Sometimes we think we're just imagining it, that, oh, I'm not really feeling this, it's just in my imagination. But I encourage you, as you begin your practice, if this is what you decide to do, to not discount any experience that you have, because they are all real experiences and they're all valid, even if you're the only one having this experience. So when you first begin, you may find that you sense and experience energies by, seeing the flow of energy. If you've ever seen an aura, that's a way of seeing the flow of energy. You may feel the flow of energy. In Reiki, when I'm doing energy work, I feel a tingling. You may feel warm. You may all of a sudden feel very warm. You may feel a lightness around you, or a heaviness. You may feel a pressure or a pain. You may hear unspoken thoughts. You may feel a strong impression. These are all ways that you may sense or experience energies from anything, from anyone, from anywhere. Now, specifically, if you're experiencing energy of the physical world, of your environment, you may get an impression when you first walk into a room or a house or a building. You may get an impression about that place. Or if you touch an item, you may get an impression or get a flash of an image, or smell something or feel something from that item that you're touching. You might get an impression, just an overall sensation when a storm comes in, or during a specific moon cycle. Or you might be able to communicate with animals or plants or trees or some other aspect of the natural world. Those are possible experiences you may have with the energy of the environment, of the physical world. Examples of energies from the consciousness or from the divine may be sensing a stirring within the collective unconscious, or, it sounds like, a stirring in the force. I sense a stirring in the force. That's an example of sensing energies from the collective. You may identify patterns and probabilities if you do divination. That's sensing the energy of the collective. If you're doing sort of an energy of the week kind of reading, you may recognize the unfolding of individual or large-scale events if you have precognition or precognitive dreams or senses. That's sensing the energies of the collective. Those are ways that you may experience that. If you experience energies from spiritual beings or the spiritual realm, you may encounter deities or angels or divas or fairies or the beloved dead or the ancestors, the ancient ones. These are all spiritual beings that if you have any kind of encounter with them, you are then sensing the energies of that plane of existence. So a good way or a good place to start building your practice is really focusing on yourself, on your own energies. That's the easiest, because then you can know and be able to validate what you're feeling. So listen to your own body. Be aware of your thoughts. Be aware of your feelings. You can even chart your energy levels throughout the day or throughout a week or the month. Saying, on a daily planner or in your phone, any way you can chart it, the start of the day, how you felt, the end of the day, how did you feel? And then you can sort of look at what happened with you throughout the day. You can take classes in Tai Chi or Qigong or yoga, or you can be attuned to Reiki or any other sort of energetic medicine. Take classes or workshops, be around or attend rituals or any sort of class that features energy work, or they talk about energy work. Go listen to people's experiences, read online, watch videos, read books about energy work. Overall, though, this is an experience you must have. There is only so much reading you can do, but energy is an experience. And learning to work and manipulate the energy in order to do magic is going to be an experience that you must have in order to truly understand it. Now, let's talk about directing energy. So once you're able to sense energy, then it'll be time for you to direct it for a specific intention or purpose. Now, within a witchcraft practice, some of the more common ways that we direct energy will be for things such as grounding or centering. Earthing is another. Raising energy, siphoning energy or drawing energy, releasing energy, directing it, focusing it, projecting it, shielding, clearing, blocking, or unblocking. These are all things and skills that may be used during energy work, and it will depend on the individual practice of the witch using the energy. Some of these magical practice are involved within a ritual setting, some are individual, some are during spell working, some are just during a magical exercise, but really it's going to depend on the individual witch if they do any of them, all of them, some of them, or none of them. Now, the source of the energy, the source that you're going to pull from, is really going to depend on your practice and your spiritual relationship with the deities or the spiritual entities that you work with. Some things to consider when you are doing energy work Might be, are you working with your own energies? Is this something for you and you just want to work with your own energies? Are you working with the primordial forces of nature? Are you working within elements or with these elements? Do you have a particular matron or patron that you have a relationship with, and are you going to work with them in this way? Or maybe you're working with the ancestors, or maybe you have a particular angel or the angels that you work with, or a demon, or maybe you work with your beloved dead. What is your relationship, and what is it that you're trying to accomplish, and what source are you going to pull from or work with in order to do what it is you want to do? Now, some witches may work with only one type of energy. They may only work with one type of energy all the time, each and every time, and some other witches may work with a combination or switch it up. So what I mean by this is, here's an example. Okay, I'm going to do a spell, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to center my own energy and ground myself prior to the spell. That would be working with my own energy. Then I'm going to go to the altar and I'm going to evoke Danu. Maybe she's my matron and I want to evoke her into my sacred space because I'm going to ask her to work with me, and we're going to do this spell. And not only am I working with Danu, but I request my beloved dead to assist and to maybe balance out the energies of my spell. Or maybe I ask them to carry my spell into manifestation. There's different ways of working with energy, and there are different sources, there are different ways in which to manipulate it. None are mutually exclusive. Sometimes they overlap, sometimes they don't. Again, it's going to depend on your own practice. But the underlying thing I want to convey to you today is that energy work is vital to a witch's craft. It's vital. And there are different forms of magic, or all forms of magic really use energy to create a change. Energy is what connects everything to each other and allows the witch to create that which they desire, he or she desires, within their own reality. So until next time, I love you. Blessed be.